And last guy, we know, will making it in, say, choppy, or am I holding steady into this? This is KZRO-LWC testing. I have like this one should be a lot more solid.
One was quite a bit more solid. Whatever you did is making it better. KB0 AMJ.
It's KZRMC. That one was real good. KZRMC.
All right, thanks so much to both of you. Well, narrow it down to it's definitely on my network. Thanks a lot, Comcast. Obviously, it's dropping packets. There's something going on between my network here and network out in Colorado. So this one is coming through AT&T, and this one seems to be having no problems. So, all right, we'll stand by one here quick, and I'll reread that announcement about today's weather situation. Just give me a few seconds here, and I'll re-announce that, and that'll be that. Thanks so much for the help, Bill, on the reports, guys. KZRO-LWC. Here, this afternoon looks to be a likely scenario for activation of the Colorado Severe Weather Watch net. We are expecting a chance of severe weather across the entire front range of Colorado this afternoon and this evening. General scenario is storms should fire up in the foothills and along I-25 in the early afternoon. Keep an eye out to your west, probably starting around 1 to 2 p.m. in the afternoon. A little bit earlier than what we normally expect with storms firing. Typically, these springtime storms, usually 2, 3, 4 o'clock before they roll on off into the evening hours. But this one will be a little bit earlier. Primary threats include large hail, damaging winds, and also a few tornadoes, particularly across northeastern Colorado later on in the afternoon into the early evening hours. Again, stay tuned to SkyHub Link. We'll update the situation throughout today with any mesoscale discussions, if any watches get issued, as well as once storms fire up, we'll be passing along warning information and other pertinent information from radar. So again, likely activation for the Colorado Severe Weather Watch net later on this afternoon. This is KZRO-LWC, Maple Grove, Minnesota.
100% copy. Thank you very much. KB0 AMJ, clear.
VE5RH Saskatoon. VE5 Romeo Hotel. Good morning.
In Cheyenne. The weather is playing a very active role right now. Listen for Matt, KZRO-LWC, and myself to keep you up to date on severe weather information on the SkyHub Link system during this time. For more information, go to www.coloradosevereweather.net, and thanks for monitoring SkyHub Link computer linking system.
Thanks a lot, Darrell.
Turn that down. KZRO-LWC, KZRO-LWC from KZRO-VH. Man, are you around?
K0VH, K0LWC, go ahead.
Yeah, man, you sound good there. You sound real good. I'm looking at winds and cloud cover on Ventusky, satellite view on Ventusky right now, and it looks like two air masses are kind of meeting, just slightly to the east of Denver, right over DIA, according to the wind pattern on this map. Looks like it might be interesting.
Well,
W0WYX repeater located 30 miles west of downtown Denver on Squaw Mountain at an elevation of 11,440 feet.
That what you're seeing on Ventusky very well could just be the early stages of what the models were predicting. They were saying pretty much from Denver up to Greeley might be where we see a first few cells fire off here in the early afternoon.
Yeah, there's some pretty good cloud cover. It's a little broken over Wheat Ridge, which this is indicating as well, just here at my QTH, as far as the cloud cover at this moment goes. But the way the winds are converging around there, it literally looks like they're meeting up. Anyway, just wanted to check in with you. I'm doing some outside work while the outside work doing is good, and I'll be monitoring on the HD, but thanks for keeping an eye on it today.
Yeah, no problem. I'll be in here throughout the day, just getting ready to put my ribs on the smoker for the next handful of hours here, so we'll be smoking and watching the weather. And on that note, I'll have an announcement here shortly about some developments here in the last 5 minutes. So, yeah, I'll be around, Jack. KE0VH, K0LWC.
Okay, man. Awesome. I'll be monitoring as well. Thank you very much. This is KE0VH on Sky Uplink, 44350 in Wheat Ridge. We'll be monitoring here.
An announcement here on the Colorado Stars Watch Net from the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma. K0LWC. Again, this is an announcement for parts of the Front Range of Colorado, including East Central, South Central, and Southeastern Colorado. The Storm Prediction Center has issued mesoscale discussion number 699 at 11:51 a.m. Central Time concerning the potential for a severe watch here in the next couple of hours. The probability of watch issuance, 80%, 80%, in the next couple of hours here from the Storm Prediction Center. Currently already seeing convective initiation ongoing across southern Colorado. Taking a look at the most recent radar, we're seeing storms already beginning to fire just north of Trinidad and also just south of La Junta at the present time. So we expect the amount of storms to increase in coverage and intensity as they begin to make their way north-northeast across the I-25 corridor as well as the eastern Front Range of Colorado. So again, could be seeing a watch come out here in the next 90 minutes or so, perhaps 2 hours. But again, fully expect a watch to be issued for Colorado. And again, initiation has started, and it will continue to grow in coverage and intensity. This is K0LWC on Sky Uplink.
Good morning from the Rocky Mountain Radio Links, November 0 Mike Hotel Uniform Repeater.
Blink repeater linking system. Join Jack, KE0VH, for the Monday night SBE/Sky Hub Link system net at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. More details are at skyhublink.com/nets. I'm 7-3 from Ireland. This is Tony, EI7BMB. I hope to have a chat with you soon on Sky Hub Link.
Stand by for weather-related information here on Sky Hub Link. Again, this is K0LWC. Front Range of Colorado. The Storm Prediction Center has issued a tornado watch until 8 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Again, that is a tornado watch now in effect for all of, almost all of the Front Range of Colorado, from the New Mexico border all the way up to the Wyoming border, excluding just the far southeastern corner down near Lamar and Baca County. This watch, again, goes till 8 p.m. A couple of tornadoes are possible this afternoon as storms begin to fire along the foothills in the I-25 corridor and push north-northeast across the Front Range of Colorado. Also, hail up to 10 ball size is likely with these storms. Also could be some isolated gusts up to 75 miles per hour. Again, this tornado watch is in effect for the I-25 corridor and parts east of Colorado, except for the extreme southeast part of the state until 8 p.m. local time. Again, primary threats, large hail up to tennis ball size, and a few tornadoes across the Front Range this afternoon. Again, keep it locked on SkyHub Link, and we will continue feeding you updates and information as appropriate. This is K0LWC, Maple Grove, Minnesota.
WC, K0LWC from K0VH. Matt, are you listening?
Yep, go ahead, Jack. K0LWC.
Yeah, so just for what it's worth, I think we're going to have enough sunshine through some of the holes in these clouds to produce some heating. And you know, the air just kind of has that kind of feel about it today, I'll tell you. So, yeah, anyway, it just has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on your satellite imagery. I see some breaks in and around the Denver metro that he said should contribute to some more surface heating. What it sounds like what you're telling me is it feels a little bit like it does up here, up north. When you open your door, it kind of hits you in the face a little bit. That's how it is up here for us today. I was just stepping outside checking on my ribs, and you open up the sliding patio door and you get walloped with humidity. Now, I'm sure it's not as bad as it is up this way, but yeah, I said you got a little juiciness that will help contribute to getting these storms going today. Even close to where you're at there near the foothills. Usually that moisture tends to hang out more on the Front Range, but it seems like it's making its way closer into the foothills today, giving a chance, getting some hail and actually getting some storms across the metro.
Contact KC0BFO.
Yeah, Matt. PFO, I caught you in there. Yeah, Matt. It just has that feel to it. When you're in the sun, it's really warm. There's a breeze, bit of a breeze. I think it's more or less out of the north at this moment. But definitely out of the north. And it definitely has the feel to it. I'm kind of prepping things to put my wife's car in the garage if I have to, in case we get some hail like you were talking about. So anyway, let me throw it over to the other station. I'm sorry, I don't recall your call sign. This is K0VHO, the station. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jack, like you don't know me, it's Kurt, Kilo Charlie 0, Victor Foxtrot Oscar. And they just issued a tornado watch for pretty much the whole of Denver Metro, including the eastern plains there. And we're just gonna watch this. We're just gonna watch this from a safe distance. KC0BFO.
Yeah, okay, KC0PFO or VFO, I'm not sure. Matt just notified us of that here a little while ago. Matt will have all the latest updates between him and Daryl and everything going on with the weather this afternoon here on the SkyHub Link. So, well aware and keeping an eye on the sky today. Anyway, Matt, we're glad you got the time to look after it today, and glad everything's on the SkyHub Link as normal. Anyway, we're glad everybody's listening as well. I'm going to try to get this outdoor work done, so talk to you in a little bit. KC0PFO and K0LWC. This is K0VH in Wheat Ridge.
Oh, who cares? All right, take care. And we're going to jump right from there to putting the Colorado Severe Weather Watch Net into an informal status. Again, the Colorado Severe Weather Watch Net is now in informal status. You got your first warnings popping up, so let's run down and see what's happening. Most impact right now is probably going to be the Colorado Springs area. The National Weather Service in Pueblo has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern El Paso County and east central Colorado until 1:45. At 1:08, a severe thunderstorm was located over northwestern Colorado Springs, moving north at 25. Primary hazards include 60 mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail. Locations impacted include Colorado Springs, Monument, Air Force Academy, Manitou Springs, Palmer Lake, Black Forest, Falcon, Strathmore, Glen Eagle, Peterson Air Force Base, Cimarron Hills, Security Wildfield, and Fort Carson are all in the path of this storm. Taking a look currently at radar, looks to be the worst of the storm is right located in downtown Colorado Springs, stretching up towards Woodman Road across the north side. And again, this storm is moving off to the north at 25 miles an hour. So, from downtown Colorado Springs upwards towards the Air Force Academy here in the next 5 to 10 minutes, going to be at a high risk of getting some hail damage in those vehicles across I-25. Again, this storm will probably track right up Interstate 25 here over the next 30 to 45 minutes. Again, that is a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern El Paso County. And that's, again, down in the Colorado Springs area. But let's move out to the far plains out near Fort Morgan next. Let me reset. All right, going off into the northeastern part of the state now. The National Weather Service in Denver has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Morgan County, northwestern Washington County, southwestern Logan County, and northeastern Adams County, all in northeast Colorado until 2 p.m. local time. At 1:11, a severe thunderstorm was located near Woodrow, or 18 miles southeast of Fort Morgan, moving north at 45 miles per hour. Primary hazards include 60 mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Locations impacted include Fort Morgan, Brush, Log Lane Village, Hill Rose, Gary, Antelope Springs, 12-mile corner, Woodland School, Snyder, Midway, and Woodrow. Just a reminder, with all these warnings, there is a tornado watch in effect, also a tornado watch until 8 p.m. local time. Currently, the storm just south of Brush is showing 1.5-inch diameter hail and definitely has the characteristics of being a good hailstorm. So that storm is pushing off to the north at 45 miles an hour. This storm will likely slide just to the west of Brush, probably between Fort Morgan and Brush in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Again, definitely looks like it'll be a good hailer. This is K0LWC on the Sky Hub Link.
KD7XQS, W7OUU. Yeah. Nothing heard, W7OUU.
K0LWC with the Colorado Severe Weather Watch Net for additional information for El Paso County. Strongest portion of the storm is now located north of downtown Colorado Springs, right along I-25, pretty much from about Woodman Road to the north, stretching up towards Black Forest. This storm will likely move right up I-25, probably impact both the Air Force Academy and Glen Eagle in the next 5 to 15 minutes. But again, strongest portion of the storm is currently located about I-25 and Woodman Road. And again, the next locations to be impacted include Glen Eagle and the Air Force Academy here in the next 15 minutes or so. This storm will continue to push off to the north and probably roll right up on Interstate 25. And I said, so those folks that may be anywhere from Palmer Lake area, Larkspur, Castle Rock, should certainly keep an eye on this storm in the next hour or so. This is K0LWC again. The Colorado Severe Weather Watch Net is now in an informal status. Also looking for reportable conditions we can pass along to NWS. If you're curious to what those are, make sure to check out coloradosevereweather.net. That's coloradosevereweather.net for more information. This is K0LWC.
K0LWC, KE0SMR.
KE0SMR, K0LWC. Go ahead.
a mile east of Academy, a mile east of I-25, just south of Woodman, and it's coming through heavy raindrops. So heavy it sounds like hail, but I don't see any hail in it yet. But plenty thunder and lightning active here, and K0SMR. Back to you, Matt.
All right, thanks so much for the report, Eric. Yeah, so far the only thing that I've seen reported has been pea-sized hail, so it looks like the storm is pulsing a little bit, which is good news. It probably won't have as much of a punch. It was really strong when they first issued the warning, but it's kind of calmed down a little bit, but still haven't seen any actual severe reports of hail. But thanks so much for the report, Eric. If anything changes, although I think you might be in the clear by now, just give a shout back. I appreciate it. This is K0LWC.
Yes, sir, Matt. I'll holler back if something gets worse. But you're absolutely right. Moving in and out, a little heavier, a little lighter, and proceeding directly north from where we're at. So thanks for the report. Thanks for keeping us updated. We appreciate it. K0SMR, I'll be listening.
I want to now make an update for the northeastern corner of the state of Colorado. We talked about the storm that's currently located south of Brush and just to the southeast of Fort Morgan. That's where NWS has a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Morgan County, northwestern Washington, southwestern Logan, and northeastern Adams County. That storm is already beginning to exhibit signs of rotation. Again, that's not surprising. Mid-level rotation is common with storms, especially big hailstorms, which certainly looks like it's going to be a monster hailer. However, wouldn't be surprised to see this storm potentially pick up a tornado warning as it approaches Brush and Fort Morgan. Again, currently, just a severe thunderstorm warning, but again, based on what I'm seeing on velocity, wouldn't surprise me to see something go tornado warned up in that neck of the state here in the next 20 to 30 minutes or so. So if you're in that part of the state, keep an eye to the sky for sure. This is K0LWC on SkyUp.
K0 VFO with an emergency update. K0LWC, KC0 VFO with an emergency update.
Yeah, KC0 VFO, go ahead.
Alright, LWC, we now have a confirmed tornado heading directly for Brush. It is heading directly for Brush, Colorado, and I'm looking at it on radar velocity, and it's got a real tight couplet. Over.
Yeah, I just want to clarify. I said, unless you got additional information, I haven't seen any confirmed tornadoes on that storm. I do see it as a rotation in the couplet that exists there. But in terms of anything ground truth-wise, and the tornado warning hasn't come out yet. So, but yeah, I am seeing that the same rotation that you're probably seeing on velocity there, Kurt.
Yeah, copy that, LWC. And what program are you using? Over.
I'm using GR2 Analyst, which is from a company called Gibson Ridge Software, but also primarily mostly use Radar Scope is what I use.
Yeah, copy that, LWC. I'm using Radar Scope over here on my iPad. Zero VFO, be advised, be strongly advised that the couplet is tightening over with this storm just south of Hill Rose. Go ahead.
WC.
That I've got my eye on it as well. KC0 VFO.
Hey Matt, real quick from K0VH.
Yeah, go ahead, Jack. K0WC.
Yeah, I can't remember if I sent an email out last night, but I will in a little bit this afternoon. We're actually on the air now on DMR, time slot 1. I think, off the top of my head, I believe the frequency is 14784 DMR, time slot 1, talk group 310847. Is permanently on Skyuplink up in Estes Park. So just want to give you a heads up on that and the further growth here. And it's good that we've got those repeaters on out in Hugo and Lyman and all that area now. So anyway, just want to give you a heads up. K0LWC, K0VH.
Thanks so much, Jack. Yeah, I caught wind of the Estes Park linking, and that's awesome. So the more coverage, the better. But appreciate the info, Jack. KE0VH, K0LWC.
Break, KC0VFO.
KC0VFO, K0LWC. Go ahead, Kurt.
Yeah, K0LWC, KC0VFO. Tornado warning just got issued. Expires in 15 minutes.
Yep, thanks, Kurt. Go ahead and air that now. A tornado warning now in effect for southeastern Morgan County and northeast Colorado till 1:45. At 1:27, a confirmed tornado is located near Gary, or 17 miles southeast of Fort Morgan, moving north at 45. Again, weather spotters have confirmed a tornado is on the ground. Also, quarter-size hail is potential with this storm. So taking a look currently at that storm, and again, it's just encroaching near brush at the present time. And again, this warning does go for the next 15 minutes until 15:02 to the hour. Just switching my radar site here. So again, this tornado generally is going to be moving off in the direction of probably near brush. It's certainly going to pass over the highway here in the next 15 minutes if it can stay on the ground that long. So again, those areas in between Fort Morgan and brush, probably a little closer to brush, I said should certainly be heating and taking a look at what's coming up from the south. Again, this is a tornado warning now in effect for the next 14 minutes for southeastern Morgan County. Again, a confirmed tornado was on the ground near Gary, or 17 miles southeast of Fort Morgan, going north at 45. K0LWC.
K0LWZ, KE0.
KE0GBY, K0LWC. Go ahead.
Sir, just so you're advised, myself and KD0XW are actually listening in on the line, Hugo repeater, actually, the Hugo repeater, and we have nothing to report from here, sir. Thank you.
Thanks so much for letting me know you're there. I said if you need any direct information, I'm happy to provide it. Just give a holler. But if you have anything reportable, feel free to pass it along, and we will pass it to NWS. So thanks for being there, and thanks for letting me know that you're out there monitoring. K0LWC.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. K0GB.
WC, this is KD0DUJ. I'm monitoring as well.
Thanks so much, DUJ. K0LWC.
K0LWC, KD0DUJ, one more thing. Was a tornado watch actually issued for Denver?
Yes, the tornado currently in effect till 8 p.m. does include Denver County.
Roger that, Matt. Thanks. KD0DUJ.
Again, the radar currently showing the possible tornado that, as far as I know, is still on the ground, is located 6 miles southwest of Brush. This area of interest is moving off to the north, so again, this tornado that was confirmed on the ground about 10 minutes ago is probably going to affect just to the west of Brush, maybe a mile or two. Currently, that tornado, if on the ground or the area of interest, will be located 6 miles southwest of Brush at this time. K0LWC. Thunderstorm warning in effect until 1:45, so in about another 10 minutes or so for northwestern El Paso County. At 1:21, a severe thunderstorm was located near the Air Force Academy, or 8 miles north of Colorado Springs, moving north at 40. Primary threats there are 60 mile-per-hour winds, as well as quarter-size hail. Taking a look at a more recent look here at the radar to see exactly where the worst of it's located. Right now, the strongest part of the storm is located just to the northeast of Woodmore. Let's do a distance on that. Looks to be probably about 8 miles northeast of Woodmore, moving north at about 40 to 45 miles per hour. So again, that part of the cell could impact the areas just east of Larkspur and getting up towards Elizabeth here in the next 30 minutes. But that is currently the strongest part of that storm. It stretches all the way from just east of Woodmore to southwest. It cuts across I-25 at Glen Eagle and the Air Force Academy, and it goes all the way back to Manitou Springs even. So again, the strongest part of that storm is on the northern edge, and again, it's located 8 miles roughly, give or take, northeast of Woodmore, going north toward Franktown and Ponderosa Park. K0LWC. Update from Morgan County. Storm chasers out in northeast part of the state reporting that the tornado did lift as of 1:30 p.m. local time. However, it is recycling, and there is a new wall cloud forming with that storm. So again, storm chasers report as of 1:30 the tornado that was south of Brush has lifted. However, it appears to be recycling and could put down another tornado at any time. K0LWC.
For signal check.
Yep, making it no problem.
Thank you, sir. Just trying to set up a hotspot. It took me a day and a half, but I finally made it, so thanks for the comeback.
It's a good feeling when it's done. Congratulations, K0WC.
Indeed it is. Thank you. 7-3, November 0, Kilo, X-ray, Kilo.
Video links K1EUN, Squaw Mountain, repeater.
In effect till 2 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time for eastern Morgan, northwestern Washington, and southwestern Logan counties, all in northeast Colorado. At 1:38, a severe thunderstorm was located near Brush, or 8 miles east of Fort Morgan, moving north at 45. Primary hazards include 60 mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Locations impacted include Fort Morgan, Brush, Log Lane Village, Marino, Hill Rose, Gary, Pruitt, Reservoir, Antelope Springs, Snyder, Midway, and Adena School. Again, this is in effect for another 18 minutes. Taking a look at where the current hail core is in terms of the best chance of seeing some large hail, probably going to slide just to the east of Brush, probably between Brush and Hill Rose. In the next 15 minutes is probably going to be your bullseye for large hail as it crosses over the interstate there. This is K0LWC. Just a reminder, we are in informal status for the Colorado Severe Weather Watch Net. For more information on that, what it means, and also reportable conditions we're looking for as severe weather makes its way across the state this afternoon, you can check out coloradosevereweather.net. Colorado. The severe thunderstorm warning that was in effect for northwest El Paso County has been allowed to expire and currently has not been reissued again. The warning that was in effect for northwestern El Paso County has been allowed to expire, is no longer in effect. The storm stretch again from Cascade, Jafita Park, all the way up towards just east of Larkspur, continuing to move off to the north at about anywhere from 10 to 35 miles an hour, depending on the cell, and working their way up I-25. These storms could re-intensify as they move off up and over the Palmer Divide and get on the other side, so certainly bears watching. But again, there are currently no warnings in effect for those cells along I-25 north of Colorado Springs at this time. Only current warnings are the ones in the northeast part of the state near Brush and Hill Rose. K0WC. Information for northeast Colorado. The National Weather Service in Denver has issued a tornado warning for southeastern Morgan County in northeast Colorado until 2 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time at 1:44. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 6 miles north of Gary or 13 miles southeast of Fort Morgan, moving north at 25 miles per hour. Hazards include a possible tornado and quarter-size hail. This is radar-indicated rotation. Again, this tornado warning is in effect for about the next 15 minutes or so as the storm continues to get closer and closer to the highway there near Brush. Again, this is a tornado warning now in effect for southeastern Morgan County in northeast Colorado until 2 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Again, it's kind of messy, but a couple different areas of rotation. There is one area of rotation of interest probably encroaching in and around the Brush area right now. And then there is another one a little bit further south and southeast heading off toward the Hill Rose area. The area of interest right now of rotation is probably about 1 mile west of Brush. The second area of interest would probably be located approximately 7 miles southeast of Brush. So a couple areas of interest with this storm are radar indicated, but potential probably 2 or 3 different spots this storm could drop a quick tornado. So again, largest hail threat with this storm continues to push out to the north and northeast a little bit. It's probably going to impact Hill Rose with the greatest chance for some large hail in the next 15 to 20 minutes. K0LWC on Skyhub Link. For northeast Colorado. Storm chasers in the area do report another tornado now on the ground south of Brush. Again, this is an update from Morgan County. Storm chasers in the area are reporting that there is a tornado on the ground just to the south of Brush. Trying to get a little bit more of an exact location in terms of mileage. I believe it was 1 to 2 miles, may have been actually 3 miles south of Brush. So again, looks to be a fairly weak tornado, but nonetheless, again, there is a tornado on the ground now, just to the south and southeast of Brush at this time, per storm chasers in the area. There is a tornado warning in effect for another 7 minutes. Based on that report, I assume we're probably going to see them extend this warning a little further out. Again, as these storms continue to kind of combine into a large, what's known as an MCS, mesoscale complex system, areas Hill Rose, Marino, Atwood, up towards Sterling, Akron, all these areas are going to be in for a lot of torrential downpours, large hail, and again the threat of tornadoes here in the next 1 to 2 hours. There are some storms building out near Bennett along the interstate, again just east of DIA, and those also bear watching as they move off the north and could impact areas like Keensburg, Wiggins, and just up east of Greeley. But again, no warnings on those yet, but they are building and certainly worth keeping an eye on. K0LWC.
K0LWC from K0VH. Matt, which storm chasing site are you watching?
I'm not. I just have a list in Twitter of storm chasers that I know and or other ones that I said I just know that have been around for a while that are out in the field. So I'm just keeping an eye on their tweets because they're uploading photos and videos in real time to Twitter.
Okay, copy that. Yeah, I'm at severestudios.com/live chase, and I've got two vehicles that are on Highway 34, but clicking on the vehicles and it's not letting me see their live stream. So not sure what's going on with that. Okay, thanks, man. K0VH.
This is an update for northeast Colorado. The NWS in Denver has issued a new tornado warning for east central Morgan County and north central Washington County, again, both in northeast Colorado until 2:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. At 1:54, a confirmed tornado was located 4 miles west of Midway, or 14 miles west of Akron, moving north at 25 miles an hour. Again, this is confirmed tornado on the ground via weather spotters in the area. So a damaging tornado is the primary hazard, but quarter-size hail also possible. So again, there's actually 2 areas of rotation on this storm, 2 areas of interest. Again, one is located in and around the Brush area at this time. That one's fairly weak. Stronger area of interest and rotation is now to the east of Brush. This second pocket, this second area, is located about 10 miles east of Brush. To give you another calculation here, would put it, I would say, about 7.5 miles southeast of Hill Rose. That area of interest is stronger, so that's probably going to be the new area of rotation and interest as the one near Brush slowly dies down, and I said fizzles out. But again, this tornado has been confirmed on the ground to the east of Brush. This is moving off in the general direction of probably just east of Hill Rose and heading up toward the Merino area. It's going to be getting near the interstate here probably in the next 10 minutes or so. K0LWC on Skyhub Link.
Nothing heard. WD7JOE clear.
Where he's at, but I would have to assume he's up on the cells we're discussing there in the northeast part of the state.
Okay, copy that. I've logged into the Facebook. I'm trying to find where his live at the moment stream is. K0VH.
Yeah, if you just search from the magnifying glass for Reed Timmer Extreme Meteorologist, it's based on that page. It should be the very top 10 post. I think he's been live for about 50 minutes, so just under an hour ago, it should be one of the top posts on the page. But again, his page is Reed Timmer Extreme Meteorologist. If you just search for that, or just probably his name under pages, you should find it.
Break. There's a new tornado. There's a new severe thunderstorm warning, guys. You might want to get on the warning text. KC0VFO.
We'll let you get to it there. K0VH.
This information is for southeast Colorado. The NWS in Denver has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Douglas County and northwestern Elbert County until 2:45. At 1:56, a severe thunderstorm was located 4 miles south of Franktown, or 30 miles south of Denver, moving north at 25. Primary hazards include 60 mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail. Locations impacted include Castle Rock, Parker, Elizabeth, Ponderosa Park, the Pinery, Franktown, and East Castle Pines. Taking a look at the most current radar. Currently, the strongest part of that storm is located to the east of Castle Rock, between Castle Rock and Elizabeth. Looks to probably move right through Franktown here in the next couple of minutes, and looks to be probably headed straight north for, I would say it's probably going to go through the Pinery and then up into the Parker area there in the southeast side of the Denver metro. So again, I would say hail primary threat with this storm as it pushes off. Again, currently in the Franktown area, right, just got the latest scan, heading towards the Pinery, up towards Parker, and will impact the far eastern portions of Aurora if the warning continues to hold together here as it moves off to the north. This is K0WC.
W0WYX repeater located 30 miles west of downtown Denver on Squaw Mountain at an elevation of 11,440 feet.
K0WC with an update for northeast Colorado. Taking a look at the ongoing tornado warning that's still in effect for another 28 minutes for east central Morgan County and north central Washington County. Again, that's still 2:30. There was a confirmed tornado as about 10 minutes ago in this storm. That tornado that's possibly on the ground is going to be crossing over Highway 34 between Akron and Brush, probably any moment right now. Again, based on current radar, that tornado is likely crossing the highway between Akron and Brush on 34 imminently. It will continue to move on to the northeast and again continue to make its way towards the interstate there. Taking a look at where the best chance for hail is going to be, it's going to be coming into just probably to the east side of Hill Rose. The hail core is currently just to the east of the interstate, just to the southeast of Hill Rose, and that's going to cross over the interstate and head toward the Merino area. But again, that's going to be crossing over the interstate, probably about 2 miles east-northeast of Hill Rose as it pushes off to the north-northeast. But again, tornado, if on the ground still, is likely crossing Highway 34 at the present time between Akron and Brush as it moves off to northeast. KZRLWC.
Video up here. So what happened to him in the Dominator? Is he not using Dominator to chase, or a version thereof to chase anymore? KE0VH.
His Dominator is his Subaru Forester. I should send you a picture of it. It's worse than a golf ball. He's taken so many direct hits with large hail on that thing. It's incredible. But no, he doesn't, I said, actively really chase anymore in the Dominators. I said, like you're probably thinking of in the TV show and stuff. He's mostly in his Subaru pretty much nowadays.
Yeah, I see that. Man, there's a lot of chasers on Highway 34. I've got a radio station transmitter site just to the west of Akron that I look after, and then one east of Sterling, so all the stuff's up in an interesting area for me. A lot of people are pulled over to the side of the road. I'm seeing in his videos now out chasing, it looks like. Well, I mean, do you know any more about it than that? I'm just curious, did he lose funding for all that kind of stuff, and now he just chases in his Subi, or do you know any more of the story?
Yeah, so I haven't talked to him in quite some time. It's funny, he calls that one the Dominator 4 being spelled F-O-R-E. I think he still has the other ones. I'm not sure exactly why he's, not using those. I just haven't talked to him recently, but yeah, he's just been pretty much doing the Subaru thing for a while now. But I said I haven't chatted with him to know the details about why that is, but I know he still has them.
Okay, that's very interesting. I should have figured that you might actually know him. So, yeah. All right, man. Let's get back to it. Thanks, Matt. K0LWC, K0VH monitoring at Wheat Ridge.
All right, KZRLWC. Taking a look at what's happening again up in Morgan County, in the northeast part of the state. Again, the area of interest has crossed over Highway 34, continues to move off to the north and northeast. It's now actually encroaching pretty close to Hill Rose. It's probably getting pretty close to the interstate there, just to the east of Hill Rose. Again, tornado warning still remains in effect, but there's also a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect for another 38 minutes for a much broader area up in the same part of the state. Again, there's a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Morgan County, northeastern Washington, and southwestern Logan until 2:45. At 58 after, a severe thunderstorm is located near Midway, or 14 miles northwest of Akron, moving northeast at 40. 60 mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail are the primary threats there. In fact, there could be an area of interest, another potential pocket of rotation setting up near Akron right now. It's fairly weak and not overly impressive. Still, by far, the area of interest with the best rotation continues to be the areas just off to the east of Hill Rose. Also, taking a look at things, if there is something there, it may be rain-wrapped. It may be getting caught up in a little bit of rain, so just keep that in mind if you're in that part of the state. But this is KZRLWC, but I want to go back to just east of Denver. There is now a tornado warning in effect for north central Arapahoe County and south central Adams County, both in northeast Colorado, until 2:30. Let me reset. This was the cell we were looking at about 20 to 25 minutes ago, and we're talking about keeping our eye on at 2:04. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located near Manila Village, or 23 miles east of Denver, moving northwest at 10. Primary hazard includes a possible tornado, but this is radar-indicated rotation. Locations impacted include eastern Aurora, Bennett, Strasburg, and Manila Village. Taking a look at that storm, it's out by BIA presently. In fact, it's pretty much right over the Conus Islands over the radar site, so it's going to be a little tough to see. But the good news about that is when it's that close to the radar, they can pretty much see exactly what's happening at ground level. Taking a look at that right now to see what's going on, Looks like the area of interest is still south of Interstate 70, moving north-northwest. Probably going to go pretty much really close to the radar site right now. But again, the area of interest is probably about 2.5 miles south of I-70, just to the southwest of Bennett. Based on radar, that would put it about 4 miles southwest of Bennett again. The possible tornado, again, radar indicated rotation, is still south of I-70, making its way towards Denver International Airport. This is K0LWC.
And K0LWC, KC0VFO. I'm smack downtown in basically downtown Denver. So I'll keep you updated. KC0VFO.
All right, copy. Thank you. K0LWC.
Good afternoon. This is the Rocky Mountain Radio Links N0MHU repeater, located 20 miles northwest of downtown Denver, on Guy Hill at an elevation of 8,300 feet.
To and listening on the Sky Hub.
Side of the Denver Metro, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for Douglas and Elbert counties for another 29 minutes. Taking a look at where that storm currently is located, the strongest part of that storm is in the Parker area, particularly just east, on the east side of Parker, and north of the Pinery as it moves off to the north. Again, also a line of storm stretching from just northeast of Parker all the way up through Watkins and off the northeast, encroaching, making their way very much near DIA. There is a tornado warning in effect for another 14 minutes in that neck of the woods near DIA. Again, tornado warning in effect for north central Arapahoe and south central Adams County until 2:30. And that was a radar indicated area of rotation. Taking a look at the present radar here, let me just change my tilt to be a little higher. Again, it's starting to get near the radar site. You have to change your tilt higher up, because otherwise it'll just be missed completely. The area of interest is probably located right near Interstate 70 between Watkins and Bennett at the present time. But again, nothing looks overly imminent at the moment. Stand by for another update for northeastern Colorado, K0WC. Effect for east central Oregon and north central Washington counties in northeast Colorado till 2:30. Maybe 2 miles, very near the interstate, is probably the main area of rotation right now. Doesn't look overly impressive on radar, but nonetheless could still have a tornado on the ground. This is K0LWC.
IQW on frequency.
We're approaching the DIA area. That tornado warning has been allowed to expire. It has not been reissued at this time. Nonetheless, still strong storms in that area, making their way off to the north-northwest. Probably going to impact, again, DIA near Loxley, Brighton, Hudson, and that area here in the next 30 to 45 minutes. Still a warning as cells move from the southeast side of the metro across the eastern parts of Aurora. A severe thunderstorm warning still in effect for northeastern Douglas and northwestern Elbert counties until 2:45. That cell has largely moved out of that area. The strongest part of that cell now is located just to the east of Foxfield, about 3 miles moving off to the north, probably going to slide up just near Watkins, just to the west side of Watkins in the next 20 minutes or so. K0WC. Heading off the northeast part of Colorado, there's still a tornado warning in effect for another 5 minutes for northwestern Washington County. As of about 5 minutes ago, A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located 4 miles northeast of Hill Rose or 17 miles northwest of Akron, moving north at 25 miles per hour. Again, that warning is still in effect for another 5 minutes. Taking a look at the most recent radar velocity, the area of rotation is still there, although not as strong as it once was. The area of interest with that potential tornado in that rotation is going to be located about 4 miles southeast of Atwood, or about 10 miles due south of Sterling at this time. Again, not as impressive as it once was, but still there. The same area of the state is under a severe thunderstorm warning for another 20 minutes. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect till 2:45 for northeastern Washington, southwestern Logan counties. For 12 miles southwest of Sterling, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. Primary threats there are 66 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail with that storm. So those folks anywhere from Marino to Atwood to Sterling should batten down the hatches here for the next 30 to 45 minutes as these storms roll through. Again, if you're anywhere from just south of Marino to Atwood up to Sterling, definitely, as said, you should be taking shelter now. This is K0LWC with the Colorado Severe Weather Watch Net. For more information on the net, you can check out coloradosevereweather.net. Southeast Colorado. There is a single cell, very small, just north of Ordway. That's moving off to the north in the general direction of Lyman and Simla. That storm is currently probably right at severe limits right now. It's relatively small footprint over pretty rural territory, but upwards of 1 to 1 1/4 inch hail with that storm. So we could see a warning if it continues to persist and even build a little bit more. Wouldn't be surprised to see a warning come out that way. But again, that storm is generally headed off in the direction just to the west of Lyman, probably towards Simla area there in southeast Colorado. But again, no warning at this time. However, radar indicated is showing that it's probably right at severe limits, so it's teetering on that line of getting a warning or not, probably from NWS and Pueblo. K0LWC.
So that cell near Ordway, 1 inch hail moving north-northwest at 27 knots, KC0 VFO.
KC9 RDS, this is K7 CDZ.
CW Mobile.
K0LWC, this update for southeast Colorado. So we were watching just north of Ordway has now become warned. The NWS in Pueblo has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Crowley County and southeast Colorado until 3 p.m. At 2:31, a severe thunderstorm was located 11 miles north of Ordway, or 30 miles northwest of La Junta, moving north at 35 miles per hour. Primary hazards include 66 mile per hour wind gusts and half-dollar-size hail. So no surprise there. With the storm continuing to build and persist, they have issued a warning on it. Again, primary threat is going to be large hail. Again, at the present time, this storm is located about 12 miles due north of Ordway, moving north, again, in the general direction of Simla. K0LWC.
And K0LWC, that does have a little bit of a hook on it. As does the cell just to its south. And I am continuing to monitor the situation here in Denver. KC0 VFO, Kilowatt Charlie 0, Victor Foxtrot Oscar.
Colorado, the warning we just read for the cell that is north of Ordway that just came out for Crowley County. That is currently the only active warning presently in the state of Colorado, so that's good news. Everything else has been allowed to expire. However, I don't expect that to hold. I'm sure we'll see a few more as these storms pulse in and out and get into better areas for growth and strengthening. So again, not saying it's over, but the only active warning at this time is, again, for the cell in Crowley County, just north of Ordway, moving north. So everything else, strong thunderstorms stretching across the I-25 corridor, everywhere from Castle Rock to Aurora, all the way up to Wiggins, and then, of course, out in the Sterling area as well. But again, only one active warning currently in Crowley County. Everything else, just general thunderstorms at the present time. K0LWC.
0LWC, KD0 UFO.
Yeah, UFO, go ahead.
Just for your information, we have activated formal weather net 146640 for Arapahoe County.
All right, thanks for the information. Copy, you've activated the net for Arapahoe County. Thanks for passing that along. K0LWC.
0 UFOs clear.
KF0 SKK Colorado Springs, Lieutenant Channel.
Southern flank, so again, this storm could produce a tornado. Currently just under a severe thunderstorm warning, but again, velocity out of NWS Pueblo is showing some rotation with that storm. Area of interest in terms of rotation would be about 8 miles northwest of Ordway at this time. Again, that's pushing off to the north. K0LWC on Sky-Hub Lake. For those folks following along with the radar today as storms move through the Front Range. On the NWS Pueblo radar, if you look at reflectivity, you'll notice the storm north of Ordway actually has a V shape to it. That V shape, with it looks really like a V in the northeastern flank, is an indicative sign of a supercell thunderstorm. It's a very classic signature you look for in radar when trying to figure out whether a storm is a supercell or not. And stand by for additional warning information just out. Well, the NWS in Denver has issued a tornado warning for southeastern Logan County in northeast Colorado until 3 p.m. local time. At 2:43, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located 8 miles east of Sterling, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. This is radar indicated rotation. Taking a look at that storm, indeed, we are seeing some radar indicated rotation just east of Sterling. Again, this storm in this area of interest is going to be pushing off to the north and northeast. Looks to be headed probably just to the east of Sterling. We'll probably move up towards the Iliff area as it approaches on the highway. But again, area of interest is still east of the interstate. Again, it's going to be approximately, presently, the latest scan puts it, make sure I get accurate here, about 9 miles due east of Sterling at this time. K0LWC on Sky-Hub. Listening area, a new severe thunderstorm warning from NWS in Denver for north central Phillips County and central Sedgwick County in northeast Colorado. This is the far northeastern corner of the state. Till 3:30, a severe thunderstorm was located near 16-mile Quarter at 2:46, or 13 miles north of Holyoke, moving north at 35. Quarter-size hail is the primary threat with this storm. Again, that is a new severe thunderstorm warning for the very far northeastern corner of the state of Colorado. Again, that is in effect for the next 41 minutes. K0LWC. K0 update. K0LWC is an update, for Crowley County, northern part of the county, as these storms continue to push out to the north. These are for the cells that are north of Ordway. Now indicating hail upwards of 1 3/4 inch in diameter. That's the biggest I've seen so far today. Again, not surprising given the classic supercellular structure. Again, current radar predictions are hail upwards of 1 3/4 inch. And no surprise here, also on the same storm, NWS in Pueblo has issued a tornado warning for north central Crowley County until 3:15. At 2:49, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 12 miles north of Ordway, or 32 miles northwest of La Junta, moving north at 20 miles per hour. In effect for north central Crowley County and southeast Colorado. Again, we were talking about the rotation we saw about 10 minutes ago, so no surprise to see a tornado warning come out. In addition, that hail is mighty big, so pretty strong storm out there, but thankfully over pretty rural parts of eastern Colorado. K0LWC.
Kilo Delta 8, Sierra Charlie Victor, listening.
Very last storm extending all the way from Watkins all the way up to Keensburg. There's 3 different distinct cells in this line, one of which is centered right over the top of Denver International Airport at the present time. Strongest cell in this line is the northern part of the line. It's going to be just to the south of Keensburg or just to the southeast of Hudson. This storm is teetering on severe limits, hail up to 1 inch in diameter. Continues to move off to the north, will probably impact Keensburg, maybe just west of Keensburg here in the next 20 to 30 minutes. That storm could prompt a severe thunderstorm warning here in the next half an hour or so if it continues to maintain strength. This is K0LWC on Skyhab.
There's a tornado indicated just to the south of Iliff. Just to the south of Iliff with that tornado warning. KC0 BFO.
With an ongoing tornado warning just to the east of Sterling. Area of interest currently looks to be about 6 miles southwest of Fleming. 6 miles southwest of Fleming at this time in terms of the area of interest with that potential tornado. Again, this is for a tornado warning that is currently in effect for far northeastern Colorado. It's set to expire in about 3 minutes, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them extended, given what I'm seeing on radar. Granted, it is a pretty high scan given how far away from the radar it is, but this is for southeastern Logan County in northeast Colorado. But still, pretty potent rotation in that, so we'll see what they do with this tornado warning, if they extend it or they let it expire. So this is K0LWC for the Colorado Severe Weather Watch Net on Skyhab Link.
And K0LWC, KC0BFO, Joseph Gruber just tweeted out there is a confirmed tornado on the ground. Again, that's a confirmed tornado on the ground near Woodrow, just northeast of Woodrow. Go ahead.
Copy that, Kurt. And stand by for another warning. This says K0WC. The National Weather Service in Denver has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Logan County and southwestern Sedgwick County in northeast Colorado until 3:45. So it's like they're going to be putting in place this severe thunderstorm warning for this cell. At 2:56, a severe thunderstorm was located to 6 miles southwest of Fleming, or 12 miles east of Sterling, moving northeast at 35. Primary hazardous quarter-size hail, this is radar indicated. Locations, in fact, that include Fleming, Iliff, Crook, St. Petersburg, Proctor, and Twin Buttes. Again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Logan County in northeast Colorado and southwestern Sedgwick County in northeast Colorado till 3:45 local time. K0WC. A tornado warning remains in effect till 3:15 for north central Crowley County. At 2:58, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 13 miles north of Ordway, or 32 miles northwest of La Junta, moving north at 15 miles per hour. Weather spotters in the area did report a funnel cloud with this storm. Again, a tornado warning remains in effect till 3:15 for north central Crowley County. Taking a look at that storm on radar, currently it looks to be a couple of storms all kind of lined up together out there. It looks to be probably 4 to 5 different distinct cells. Currently, hail showing upwards of 1 inch in diameter, so certainly still at severe limits. Rotation has kind of fallen off. It's not quite as strong as it once was, but nonetheless, NWS is still continuing this warning, probably based on the report from the public that there was a funnel cloud reported with this storm not too long ago. This is K0LWC. K0LWC, stand by for additional warning statements for northeastern Colorado. Producing a tornado is located 7 miles southwest of Fleming, or 12 miles east of Sterling, moving northeast at 30. Primary hazards include tornado, and quarter-size hail is also a possibility. The locations impacted include Fleming and Proctor. Taking a look at radar, that area of rotation continues to move right in the general direction of Fleming. So again, if you're in the Fleming area, or know folks that are, certainly should be taking cover at this time. Depending on how this holds together and given its track, it will continue passing probably upwards towards the Crook area and cross over the interstate near Crook in the next 20 or so minutes. But again, this area of interest with this new tornado warning just reissued is going to be coming into the Fleming area here in the next 5 minutes. K0LWC.
K0LWCVE5RH. Hey, thanks so much, Matthew, for all the updates. Really appreciate it up here in Saskatoon. The E5RH Saskatoon, talking a bit.
Good afternoon, north of the border there. Hopefully you guys have a nice day and aren't dealing with all the storms like Colorado is today.
We were 32 degrees last Tuesday, Wednesday, almost 90 both days. Friday morning we woke up to minus 3 degrees Celsius, so about 4 degrees below zero. Just incredible the sweep that we had. This morning was cool too, Matthew. It was I think minus 2, so about 4 or 5 below. Cool day today, only 13 Celsius, so about 55 or so. But I won't keep it. I know you got all these warnings, but thank you so much for doing that, Matthew. It's great to hear that. The E5RH Saskatoon on 442.
Oh yeah, that is a little bit cool. Cooler than I thought it would be. But I suppose it is still May, so I can't expect it to be too warm up there that far north. So great to hear you, and thanks for hopping in and saying hello. This is K0WC with the Colorado Severe Weather Watch Net. We are in an informal status. What that means is in an informal status, the repeaters are open to normal amateur use. However, you will probably hear myself breaking in with information as needed. Again, it is an informal status of the net right now, and we are tracking a couple warnings, a few in the northeastern corner of the state, as well as one tornado warning down in southeast Colorado north of Ordway at this time. This is K0LWC on Skyhub. From an earlier warning, just want to make sure this is abundantly clear. This is from the earlier tornado warning near Bennett, just east of Aurora and Denver. There was a tornado warning just briefly near Watkins and Bennett area. Video has come out showing a confirmed tornado near Bennett. That was around 2 p.m. today. Again, I want to clarify. That tornado warning did prompt a confirmed tornado being reported at 2 p.m. earlier this afternoon. So that wasn't just a random warning. So that one actually did touch down based on what we were seeing on radar just south of the interstate there. Taking a look at what's happening right now in real time. Want to give you an update. There is still a tornado warning in effect for Crowley County for another 7 minutes. At 3:03, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located 15 miles north of Ordway or 34 miles northwest of La Junta, moving north at 30 miles per hour. Let me reset. Hazard with the storm is a potential tornado and ping pong ball size hail, so certainly some big hail on that cell at the present time. Looking at what else is on the scope, we look back to the north and east. We still have a couple of warnings, both severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings, ongoing in the far northeastern corner of the state. Let's run down the very first one, which is just south of Julesburg. There is a severe thunderstorm warning for north central Phillips County and central Sedgwick County until 3:30. A little bit further back to the south and west, there is an active severe thunderstorm warning for another 36 minutes in effect for eastern Logan and southwestern Sedgwick until 3:45. Quarter-size hail being the primary threat, but also in that same area, there is a tornado warning still in effect for 20 minutes until 3:30. For storms in southeastern Logan County. The area of interest right now is just moving through the Fleming area at the present time. This is K0WC. The very, very, very far northeast part of Colorado, between Obed and Julesburg, that one is moving off into the Nebraska Panhandle, and that has been given a new warning, a new severe thunderstorm warning now in effect for the Nebraska Panhandle from Chapel over to Big Springs. We'll let that one go as it crosses the border, but just wanted to pass that information along. Going back to the southwest, again, looking at the storms that are a little closer to Fleming. Fleming right now is in the bullseye. Probably seeing some decent-sized hail with that storm as it moves through. Also, that area of rotation moving through Fleming as well. So if there is a tornado with that, currently it is under a warning. It's probably pretty tough to see. It looks like it's probably be rain-wrapped, if anything, with that storm. Heading back down to the south, let's take a look at Crowley County, also a new severe thunderstorm warning farther to the north and west, a little bit closer to the Springs. Let me reset. Let's cover the new severe thunderstorm warning first. The NWS in Pueblo has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern El Paso County and east central Colorado until 3:45. At 3:07, a severe thunderstorm was located 7 miles south of Truckton, or 33 miles northeast of Pueblo, moving north at 35 miles per hour. The primary hazard with this storm is ping-pong ball-size hail and 60 mile-per-hour wind gusts. This is all radar indicated. Locations impacted by this storm include Truckton, Yoder, and Rush. A reminder, a tornado watch remains in effect until 8 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time for much of east central Colorado. Taking a look at the radar right now, that storm is just off to the north and west of the one that's near Ordway. Again, also tracking off to the north. Thankfully, again, we're pretty rural parts of El Paso County, but nonetheless, a pretty good hail threat with this storm. It's generally heading off in the vicinity of probably making its way towards just east of Callahan, Rama, and Simla here in the next 60 or so minutes. Southern Colorado, right along the New Mexico border. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect for southeastern southwestern Los Animas County in southeast Colorado, and southeastern Tufano County in southeast Colorado until 3:30. At 3:03, a severe thunderstorm was located near Segundo, or 16 miles southwest of Trinidad, moving northeast at 50. Primary threats with this storm include 60 mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Locations impacted include Trinidad, Aguilar, Cokedale, Gulner, Von Carbo, and Weston are all in the path of the storm. This storm is just to the west of Trinidad and is west of I-25 tracking northeast. It'll probably cross over I-25 in about 20 to 25 minutes just south of Aguilar. Again, that is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the next 16 minutes. K0LWC.
And Matt, K0LWC from K0VH. Be advised, we are on the air down in that area through the KD0SBN 145.31 simplex node. So people are able to hear you down there. Thanks for the update, that part of the country. K0VH.
That's what I figured. Jack, thanks for the information and confirmation on that one. I remember that there was something down that way. K0LWC. We'll want to head back up towards the Denver Metro, taking a look at a couple storms that are currently not warned at all for anything. However, there is some slight rotation now beginning to appear just about 8 miles southeast of Keensburg. These storms have been out in the vicinity for the last 30 to 45 minutes. But just here in the last couple scans, we're seeing some rotation now show up, again, about 8 miles southeast of Keensburg. These storms are moving off to the north and are probably going to slide between Keensburg And, well, Jack can probably correct me on this one. Is it Roggen or Rajan? I'm not sure what the correct pronunciation of that one is. But again, there is some slight rotation now appearing just to the southeast of Keensburg on these cells that are out in that vicinity. Also, still some chances of pretty good hail, probably 1.5-inch diameter. So I wouldn't be surprised to see these storms out near Keensburg become warned here the next 5 or 10 minutes or so. I wouldn't be surprised to see NWS writing them up right now. This is K0LWC.
And K0LWC, KC0VFO, I can confirm the cell that you're talking about has a tornado vortex signature written all over it. Hail sized 1.25 inch, moving north-northeast at 12 knots. KC0VFO on radar scope.
Thanks, Kurt. Stand by for new warning information coming out just now. K0LWC on Skype. Issued a new tornado warning. This one for southwestern Lincoln County and east central Colorado until 3:45. At 3:15, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Forder, or 42 miles south of Lyman, moving north at 33.0 miles per hour. Again, this is a tornado warning now in effect for southwestern Lincoln County and east central Colorado. Let me just change over here to the NWS Pueblo radar. Take a look a little closer at what's going on with that cell. This is a cell that was originally north of orbit. We've been watching for a while. And yep, it does look like there is some radar indicated rotation moving into the next county up, which has prompted this new warning again for the next 26 minutes. This will be in effect for east central Colorado. This is again for Lincoln County. Definitely some rotation with this storm as it moves off to the north. Again, this storm is generally headed off towards the Lyman direction. So I know there were stations out there earlier listening in. So I would say your chance of some rough weather is now headed your way if you're still monitoring. This is K0LWC on Skyhub.
It's Saturday, May 22nd.
Good afternoon.
From the Rocky Mountain Radio Links W0WYX repeater.
K0LWC, just want to give a quick update for southeast Colorado. Still a tornado warning in effect for another 19 minutes. This is for southwestern Lincoln County and east central Colorado. That area of interest is off really rural parts of the Front Range here. I'm trying to find the best town to give you a sense exactly where it's located. But again, that's over rural parts of Lincoln County. Off to the west of that storm, there is also a severe thunderstorm warning with 18 minutes. That one is for eastern parts of El Paso County again until 3:45. Looks to be hail as the primary threat there. Not seeing any immediate signs of tornadic activity at the moment. Again, that's what's currently happening in east central Colorado, just off to the east of Colorado Springs. Those storms are moving off to the north towards the Lyman. And then still have active warnings up in the far northeastern corner. And also, again, some pretty decently heavy activity. No warnings, though, for storms that are now just approaching the highway, I said, near Roggen. So those cells are pretty intense. Again, we'd be surprised to see a warning come out with those here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. K0LWC on Skyhub Link. Here's that warning that I was expecting to come out here. The NWS in Denver has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for south central Weld County and northeast Colorado till 4 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. At 3:25, a severe thunderstorm was located near Prospect Valley, or 30 miles southeast of Greeley, moving northeast at 22.0 miles per hour. Order-size hail is the primary threat with this storm. Again, the storm is currently located, I said, in the Roggen area, moving northeast. Just getting ready to cross over the interstate right now near Roggen. This is K0LWC on Skype. For far northeast Colorado up near Crook, And again, this is pretty close to the Nebraska border. Tornado warning just expired for this cell. However, rotation still seems pretty evident on radar. Rotation is kind of running right along the interstate up there near Crux. Probably just a mile to the south of the interstate right now. But very, very near the interstate. Again, this is from far northeastern Colorado. That tornado warning has expired. However, there is a severe thunderstorm warning still in effect until 3:45 for northeastern Logan and southwestern Sedgwick counties. However, I could see the tornado warning being reissued here in the next 15, just based on what I'm seeing here. But again, still a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 15 minutes. Area of rotation right now, latest scan just came through, is pretty much right on top of the interstate, just to the east of Crook, K0LWC. Weather Service in Pueblo has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern El Paso County and northeastern Pueblo County in southeast Colorado till 4 p.m. local time. At 3:33, a severe thunderstorm was located 10 miles south of Truckton or 33 miles northeast of Pueblo, moving north at 35 miles per hour. Ping pong ball size hail and 60 mile-per-hour wind gusts are possible with this storm. Just off to the east of that storm, still a tornado warning in effect for another 8 minutes for southwestern Lincoln County. This is radar-indicated rotation on this cell over parts of rural Lincoln County, just off to the east. I know there are some storm spotters on that cell. I think you can look here at radar. Also, some pretty intense thunderstorm activity now moving through the Roggen area, heading right up along the interstate into southern portions of Weld County. Also, a few severe thunderstorm warnings just to the northeast of Crook, still in effect. No tornado warnings have been reissued, so that's good news. That severe thunderstorm warning in northeast Colorado remains in effect for northeastern Logan and southwestern Sedgwick County till 3:45, so just about another 6 or 7 minutes left on that one. Also, further to the south, let's go down toward Trinidad. Let me reset. The storm cell that prompted the warning down near Trinidad is now crossing over I-25, and there is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for western Los Animas County in southeast Colorado till 4:15. We'll take a look at the current location. That storm cell is now just passing over the Interstate 25 between Aguilar and Trinidad. And give you a little bit better location on it. That cell is now crossing over I-25 about 9 miles south of Aguilar on I-25 and pushing off to the north and northeast as it continues off into rural parts of southeast Colorado. Generally headed off toward Rocky Ford and Fowler areas probably this evening. This is K0WC.
KC0 VFO.
Go ahead.
Yeah, please copy. There's a storm in Park County. Not warned yet, but it will get there. It's on track for Nederland, Colorado in Boulder County. So just a heads up on that. KC0 BFO.
Thanks, Kurt. K0WC. In Denver, a tornado warning now in effect for southeastern Elbert County and southwestern Lincoln County and east central Colorado until 4:15. At 3:48, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 6 miles northwest of Fordor, or 35 miles south of Lyman, moving north at 20. This is radar-indicated rotation. Indeed, some rotation with this storm. Looks to be heading off in the general direction of Lyman. It take a few hours to get there. Also a little bit of question mark on what's going to happen as these cells kind of converge to its west as well. But nonetheless, this is a tornado warning for Elbert and Lincoln counties in east central Colorado. Still have a severe thunderstorm warning as well up just northeast of Denver Metro. Pretty strong cell located just to the south and east of Roggen. Taking a look at that, it's still under warning for another 8 minutes yet until 4 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Quarter-size hail is the primary threat. Currently showing a 1-inch diameter hail possible, approximately about 7 miles east-southeast of Roggen at this time. This is K0LWC. severe weather warning from NWS in Denver. A severe thunderstorm warning now in effect for central Weld County and northeastern Colorado and northwestern Morgan County and northeast Colorado until 4:45. At 3:53, a severe thunderstorm was located 4 miles west of Riverside Reservoir, or 22 miles east of Greeley, moving north at 35 miles per hour. Quarter-size hail is the primary threat. Locations impacted include Wiggins, Orchard, Weldona, Jackson Reservoir, Riverside Reservoir, Briggsdale, Goodrich, and Roggen. A reminder, a tornado watch remains in effect till 8 p.m. local time. Strongest part of this storm is currently located north of Roggen. Looks to be center of that storm, probably about 12 miles northeast of Roggen. It's probably the strongest part of this thunderstorm. There is a second cell south of the interstate. That second cell is probably about 6.5 miles east-southeast of Roggen at the present time. Still some warnings down in southeast and central Colorado. We'll update those here in a second. And also one there northeast of Trinidad also still has its warning in effect. Jumping down to the Pueblo radar, the storm that is now east of Aguilar, again, still warned for another 18 minutes. We'll come back and update that one shortly as well. K0LWC.
Good afternoon. The time is 4:00 p.m.
And you're on the Rocky Mountain Radio Links W0WYX repeater, located 30 miles west of downtown Denver, on Squaw Mountain at an elevation of 11,440 feet.
Zero Lima on analog, monitoring sky-hub links.
K0WC with an update for East Central Colorado for Elbert and Lincoln counties. So it looks to be a fairly decent-sized tornado now confirmed on the ground by storm chasers in the area just south of Lyman. Give you a more exact location here. Tornado will be located approximately 32 miles due south of Lyman at this time. Again, was confirmed on the ground as of about 6 minutes ago. Presentation on radar is also fairly strong. Definitely shows like it's healthy. So it may be on the ground here for a little bit. Want to go back up northeast out of the Denver metro. Again, there is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for central Weld County, northwestern Morgan County until 4:45. Strongest area of those storms right now are going to be north of the interstate. It's going to be just east of Kersey, or just northwest of Wiggins. Center of that storm is approximately 15 miles northwest of Wiggins right now, moving north-northeast at approximately 35 miles per hour, but certainly strongest storm on radar now due south of Lyman. Again, confirmed tornado about 7 minutes ago. It certainly, radar presentation looks particularly strong with that storm. Again, that storm is currently located about 32 miles due south of Lyman, moving north at 20. K0LWC on Skyhub. K0LWC with an update for southern Colorado. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect till 4:15 for central Los Animas County. Primary hazards include 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Strongest part of that storm is kind of on the northwestern flank, and that cell is located approximately 22 miles northeast of Aguilar, moving off to the north-northeast at about 20 miles an hour. Right now, looks like the storm is capable up to probably around 1 to 1.25 inch hail, based on radar estimates. These storms are moving off, will affect areas just east of Pueblo here the next few hours. Strongest storm on radar by far is the storm just due south of Lyman. That storm definitely has a tornado on the ground. Radar signature is very, very strong. Very tight couplet there, about 25 miles south of Lyman. That storm, again, by far strongest on radar at the present time. Hail up to 1 inch in diameter, but tornado is probably the greatest threat with that one. This is K0LWC on Skyhub. Passing along information for Elbert County and Lincoln County, Colorado with that tornado warning. Looks like NWS and Boulder are saying multiple reports of tornadoes on the ground with this storm. If you're in the path, take cover immediately. Not surprising, given the rate of return, you get a very strong signature of a tornado on the ground with this thunderstorm. Again, generally going off toward the Lyman area. Looks to be two areas of interest, so it might be actually two tornadoes currently, or it could be what's known as a handoff, where the original tornado is slowly dying off and then a new area of circulation is beginning. So currently two different distinct areas of rotation, could be dual tornadoes, or again, a handoff in progress with this storm. Fully expect a new tornado warning to be issued that will include the Lyman area here in the next 15 minutes. Again, if you're in the Lyman area, or is it even just west of Hugo, between Hugo and Simla, again, if you're in the Lyman area, you should be watching the storm closely. This is K0LWC on the Colorado Severe Weather Watch Net on SkyHub. For southwestern Otero County, east central Fano County, north central Los Animas County, and southeastern Pueblo County until 5 p.m. At 4:10, a severe thunderstorm was located 15 miles northwest of Tyrone, or 31 miles north of Trinidad, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. Locations impacted from this storm, taking a look at radar, mostly rural parts of eastern Colorado, but again, this storm is continuing to move off to the north and northeast, generally in the direction of Fowler, out towards Crowley. It could actually go over some of the same areas this earlier cell did. And also want to air a new tornado warning that has just come out for the storm that's farther north in Elbert and Lincoln counties, and let me reset for that one. Weather Service in Denver has issued a tornado warning for southeastern Elbert County and central Lincoln County and east central Colorado until 4:45. At 4:13, a confirmed tornado located near Pumpkin Center, or 28 miles south of Lyman, moving north at 35 miles per hour. Weather spotters in the area again do confirm a damaging tornado is ongoing. The storm is also capable of quarter-sized hail again. If you're in the Lyman area, the storm bears watching as it comes into the area. It continues to push off towards the north, towards Lyman, so again, probably the next hour and a half or so, it'll be knocking on your doorstep. This is K0WC. Southeastern Elbert and central Lincoln counties at 4:27. A confirmed tornado is located 8 miles north of Pumpkin Center, or 19 miles south of Lyman, moving north at 35. Quarter-size hail and a damaging tornado confirmed by weather spotters as the primary hazards. Again, those folks in the Lyman area should be seeking shelter now. This tornado confirmed on the ground is headed pretty much in the general direction of the Lyman. So again, if you're in the Lyman area, just west of Hugo, between Hugo and Simla, you should be seeking shelter now. This storm should be getting into Lyman probably sometime here in the next 40 to 45 minutes. But again, it's heading up right up the highway toward Lyman from the south. So again, if you're in Lyman, you should be seeking shelter now. K0WC.
Good afternoon.
From the Rocky Mountain Radio Links W0WYX repeater.
RR in Cheyenne. The weather is playing a very active role right now. Listen for Matt, K0LWC, and myself to keep you up to date on severe weather information on the SkyHub Link system during this time. For more information, go to www.coloradosevereweather.net and thanks for monitoring SkyHub Link repeater linking system.
Currently, there is a dangerous storm making its way into the Lyman area right now. There's also definitely some rotation with the storm. Not quite as impressive as it was, but the storm does have a history of having a tornado confirmed on the ground further south of Lyman. Currently, right now, possible tornado area of rotation and interest is located 8 miles due south of Lyman, or due west of Hugo. I would say probably about 12 miles right now. area of interest is about 8 miles due south of Lyman, moving into the Lyman area. Those folks in Lyman should definitely be seeking shelter now. Also could see some cumulus for 1 to 2 longer as the storms move through. But the area of interest, tornadic potential with this storm, certainly is heading right for the general vicinity of Lyman. This is K0LWC with the Colorado Severe Weather Watch Net on Sky-Hub Link.
Good evening, Ron. How you doing? You out there spotting? K0WCL, I believe it is. This is K0MC. I apologize. I was doubling our first year transmission. I'm monitoring K0MC. AC0UV. And Q0A, you got it working, huh? And Q0A, AC0UV. No, I'm in. Gotcha. Okay, you cut out. Yeah, you're coming in through one of the repeaters there. Well, very good. Anyway, yeah, I've been listening to Matt's weather net going on there today. Looks like heavy activity out your way there, Glad. Yeah, roger that, Mark. And Agate is just raining a little bit, but it seems like Lyman's going to get nailed. Yeah, roger. All right. Well, just thought I'd jump in there and let you know I was listening, and good evening to Mike there as well, and also Matt, thanks for doing the updates here on the weather. That's appreciated. Moab, Utah is listening over here. All right, Ronald, let's carry on, and we'll maybe catch up with you later on 75, depending on what the weather's doing. NQ0A listening. All right, man. Roger, AC.
Lincoln County is in east central Colorado until 5:15. Watching this storm come into Lyman. It's a storm in the area of interest with any potential tornadic activity now is about 5 miles due south of Lyman at the present time. Again, this storm will move right through the Lyman area. It does have a history of putting down tornadoes, although I said radar signature right now doesn't look as impressive. Haven't heard any recent reports of anything on the ground, however, that could change in a moment's notice. Again, area of rotation, area of interest with this storm is now located 5 miles due south of Lyman, heading directly into town. So those folks in Lyman should be seeking shelter with this storm making its way in. This is K0WC. Central Alberta, central Lincoln counties. At 4:57, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Lyman, moving north at 35. This is radar indicated rotation. Plenty of storm changes on this storm. Rotation with this storm has significantly decreased here in the last 15 minutes, which is really good news for Lyman. Doesn't mean you're fully out of the woods yet. This storm is currently right now moving into town. I would say it's probably 2 to 3 miles south of downtown Lyman. So again, you should still be seeking shelter. Again, the danger is certainly not over. However, again, compared to 15 minutes ago, the storm looks a lot less impressive from a rotation perspective. But again, still, Lyman area should be seeking shelter at this time. Also, the Storm Prediction Center has issued a field discussion 704, which is actually talking about this particular storm that we're tracking through Lyman right now. This is probably the one and only show that will have any tornadic potential here in this part of the state, from Lyman to the north to the south. Basically central Colorado in the next 1 to 2 hours. That is the latest from the Storm Prediction Center in Norman. So Lyman to the south, Lyman to the north, and just off from the Front Range to the north and east and south and east of Lyman is probably going to be the greatest tornado threat the next 1 to 2 hours. K0LWC.
K0LWC from K0VH. Matt, I'm watching that storm come through Lyman right now on the Viero camera site. Viero.com/community/live-weather-videos. Really interesting watching that storm. There were some interesting cloud formations, but Lyman's just about to get really drenched in rain. It's raining at a pretty good clip there, and the clouds are thick and low. So very interesting to watch on the webcam there. K0LWC from K0VH.
Oh, yes, nothing like the Viero wireless cameras, absolutely. Just taking a look at the latest scan here at 6:03. Looks to be maybe another area of rotation starting to form pretty much right over Lyman on the east side of town right now. So again, folks in the Lyman area, again, still not out of the woods yet, but certainly not like it was 20 minutes ago, but still some rotation now spinning up on the southeast side of Lyman, according to the latest radar from 6:03. And Viero was a fantastic tool. I know it's linked on ColoradoSphereWeather.net. It's one of my favorite links because those cameras are fantastic. They got them all over the place, and they're really great quality too.
Yeah, it sure is, Matt. Sure is. The clouds are quite active watching this camera, but there's an awful lot of rain associated with this. So anything that might become visible could very well be very rain wrapped. And I'm not sure which direction this camera I'm looking at is actually looking either. It doesn't identify itself. Anyway, buddy, good job. Thank you so much. I'm flying a 737-800 into Denver from Las Vegas, but I just took off from McCarran. So I got a long way to go. I thought it'd be fun to see what X-Plane 11 does with this weather. So anyway, see you later, brother. We'll be listening. K0LWC, K0VH.
Well, if you want to make your flight interesting, make a little detour over north of Lyman as you get towards DIA. There's guaranteed to be a little excitement there. Yeah, taking a look at the photos that are coming in from the Lyman area. Sorry, it looks ominous, but at least in the latest photos that I've just seen in the last 60 seconds, nothing appears to be on the ground right now, which is good news. But yeah, so as I said, it was looking a little bit spooky there about 20-30 minutes ago, and the pictures from a tornado that was just north of Hunkin Center, south of Lyman. It's pretty impressive. It was a strong tornado. Thankfully, as it's coming into Lyman now, it's not quite as impressive, which is good news for everybody. This is K0LWC.
I don't know, Matt. You may want to take a look at this camera, just the Lyman camera. The wind is really, really moving. I can't tell if it's circulating or not, but you should see the way the water is washing over this camera and just torrential rain. I don't know what you're seeing on the radar, but I would not want to be there at this time, and I'm glad we've got repeaters covering that area. K0LWC from K0VH.
Yep, I'm watching it right now, and the rain's coming in there, and you can see the base of the storm there. I'm gonna have to assume. I really wish I knew which way this is facing. I'm gonna guess that this is facing to the southeast would be my guess. But yeah, I'm watching the same camera.
Position of 8,300 feet.
Camera right in downtown Lyman.
It's got the cell antenna just off center to the right. Your little yellow-faced building lower left.
Yeah, but that's the one. And yeah, the area of interest there, you can see it right on the camera frame. It would be that lowering that's right there on the horizon. That would be the area of interest to keep an eye on. I'm trying to get a look at to see if I can see anything, but that's certainly the area that I'm seeing on radar that's got a little bit of rotation wrapping up in it.
Well, you can definitely see the outflow. Camera is facing south. That's the camera in downtown Lyman. W3ORR Freddy.
Yeah, that area of interest towards where the brighter sky is I don't know, man. You can imagine it's rotating anyway. Matt, I'm going to be quiet here and let you analysis it. K0VH.
Put out some information on that storm from NWS and Denver Boulder. Said a severe thunderstorm with a possible tornado moving into Lyman. The tornado will not be visible until it arrives. Stay in shelter until the storm passes. That's just out from NWS and Denver Boulder.
Yeah, man, looking at that camera there, it looks like that wall cloud just disappeared.
It has just evaporated now. I'm looking what's on the back on the horizon. It's got a little bit of a bowl shape to it. It's directly to the left of the antenna there. And now I'm kind of keeping an eye on that. But yeah, that one that was coming in just evaporated. The second cell in the line that's further down south alignment, I'm guessing that's what's now into view. Take a look at the radar here and see what it shows. Yeah, that area of interest that did come in is now north and east of Lyman, about 1 mile, so it's behind the camera. The second base that we're seeing there on the camera at Lyman, that looks to be nothing too terribly interesting, but still worth watching. It is a nice base. So watch that one as it comes in, but nothing showing up on radar. But again, tornado warning remains in effect for that area for 2 more minutes. We'll see what NWS does here with the warning, if they extend it or if they're going to let this expire. The rotation on radar, at least, is not overly strong. And I guess it'll probably depend on whether any reports came out of Lyman or not as it moved over a populated area. But again, 2 more minutes on that tornado warning out in the Lyman area as those storms move through. But so far, it looks like it might be good news for Lyman, which is awesome. K0WC.
Saskatoon. That must be a cell site or cell tower that you can see in the lens of that camera. The E5 range.
Yep, I would say that looks like a cell site for sure. I'm going to guess that's probably one of maybe just 1 or 2 towers that are in that town. But, yeah, we're just watching this next cell roll in. You can't get a better shot than what we're seeing on this camera in terms of got some rising scuds, some rising motion, and you got the updraft and the downdraft right there on the camera. So we'll watch this next one as it comes in and see what happens. K0WC on the Colorado Severe Weather Watch Net here on Sky-Hub Link. The NWS in Denver Boulder has let the tornado warning for that area expire. Again, they have let the tornado warning expire right now, but I said that could change at a moment's notice. So if you're still in the Lyman area, you still have a cell moving in from your south and southwest. That will be moving through here in the next 15 to 20 minutes. So if you're in Lyman, still take shelter. You can see the cell off to your south if you have a good look. So I said you still have a little bit more activity coming through. Once this one moves through, it'll probably lessen the tornadic potential significantly. But a great view of it on the Viera wireless camera, which you can find at ColoradoSevereWeather.net. I do have it linked to the Viera wireless cams. So if you want to see what we're seeing, you can take a look at this. It looks like we have a new warning out for the Lyman area. Stand by. We have a warning issued for Lyman, the Lyman area again, in Genoa until 5:45 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Again, the National Weather Service in Denver Boulder has issued a tornado warning for East Central Elbert, North Central Lincoln counties until 5:45. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located near Lyman, moving north at 440 miles per hour. Breaking. This is a radar-indicated rotation with this storm. Again, it's just coming into town now. Really good view of it on the Viera wireless camera in Lyman. It said Definitely, if you're in the Lyman area, you should be seeking shelter now as this dangerous storm comes into town again. That is a tornado warning for the Lyman area, and it is presently moving into town as we speak. So again, if you are in the Lyman area, please seek shelter. If you have a reportable condition, feel free to pass it along. This is K0LWC on Skyhub.
The Goodland radar has a better velocity color.
Yeah, the Goodland one, both of those areas of interest are a little bit more identifiable. But yeah, still definitely there with that storm coming right into Lyman again. So it looks like that one's going to be wrapped in rain based on what I'm seeing on the camera. So nothing looks overly visible right now, but I bet you it'll be coming to a better view here in the next 5 minutes or so. Looks like it's kind of easy hidden behind this curtain of rain.
Just to the left of the cell tower.
You can see it streaming in there with that little thing fluttering there in the corner. With this active tornado warning, there is an area of rotation now moving through downtown Lyman. So again, if you're in the Lyman area, you should be seeking shelter. If you have any reportable conditions with this storm, you can give a call. This is K0WC, Colorado Severe Weather Watch Net. The Lyman area. Also be curious to see what kind of hail reports come out of Lyman. Could be up to 1 to 1 1/4 inch in diameter. Looks like the hail core kind of moved right through the middle of Lyman. Definitely some very, very, very heavy rain, also some hail. So I'll be curious to see what kind of hail reports come out of Lyman here in the next hour or so. Because I'm sure there'll be a couple. This is K0WC.
Yeah, Matt, I just sent you a link to CDOT cameras out there in Lyman. Only one still camera in the video stop, but the one camera that's the furthest to the west, just east of Lyman there, has a pretty good shot. W3ORR.
W3ORR V5. Holy crap, it must be raining. That water is going across that camera lens like you can't believe there, Daryl. VE5RE, Saskatoon.
Oh yeah, you should have seen it earlier when Jack and Matt were talking. That other live camera made it look like you were going through a car wash. That the winds and that water on the lens was just incredible.
Yeah, unbelievable. Okay, we'll stand by. VE5RH in Saskatoon on the Skyhub.
Coming out for the Lyman area, K0LWC. The National Weather Service in Denver has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Alberta and southwestern Lincoln County till 6 p.m. At 5:26, severe thunderstorms are located along a line extending from 8 miles northeast of Kutch to 14 miles southwest of Porter, or along a line extending from 19 miles south of Lyman to 42 miles northeast of Pueblo, moving north to 45. Primary hazards include 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and any side hail with this line of storms. So this warning is for a line of storm that is behind the original storm that just moved through Lyman here in the last 20 to 30 minutes. So there is another line that is behind this one that has just gone through. So Lyman is going to be getting a train of thunderstorms here probably for the next hour to hour and a half time. Depending on rainfall rates, it is possible we could see some flash flood warnings come out for the Lyman area. So that's also something to be aware of. The area of interest with the storm that has now just recently went through Lyman is now pushing off to the north and east and is now northeast of Lyman, approximately 2 to 3 miles. So again, that area of rotation is now pushed off just northeast out of town. However, again, you do have some marginally severe storms that are warned coming up behind it. So it's still out of the woods yet, but certainly the ones behind it aren't going to pose as much of a tornado threat as the first couple of cells did. This is K0LWC. Area there, rotation interest with details that are now north of Lyman. First area of rotation and interest would be 4 miles northeast of Lyman. Again, there's an area there, some rotation indicated. Another area of rotation is now located 12 miles due north of Lyman at this time.
The large Joplin tornado.
What did you ask one there, Daryl? Sorry, I missed it.
Of the Joplin tornado.
Oh yeah, talking about a that one's going to be etching a lot of minds for a long time. I didn't know today was the anniversary. And then again, I generally don't know what day of the week or month or even what month it is usually.
Yeah, I still have to find the photo of my house that I rented out there before and after the tornado. Pretty impressive. I'm looking for it right now.
Yeah, if you find it, send it on over. I'd like to see that. Again, tornado warning remains in effect for the general area around Lyman. You bring up the latest warning information. Looks like we're still in effect for another 12 minutes on this storm, and that is for north central Lincoln County till 5:45. At 5:29, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located 8 miles north of Lyman, moving north at 45. Quarter-size hail and a potential tornado. Radar indicated are the threats with this storm. So again, the main tornadic threat as of right now has pushed north of Lyman, approximately 7 to 10 miles with area of interest. We'll see if they reissue on this or if they're going to let this and perhaps change over to a severe thunderstorm warning. We'll find that out in about 15 or so.
LWC, this is KD0WPQ.
WPQ, go ahead.
Bob, are you for the URL of the wireless cameras, please?
Were you looking for a link? Was that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if you go to coloradosevereweather.net, coloradosevereweather.net, and then go to the resources section, and if you scroll down the resources page, there is a section labeled Other Resources. And there's a subhead there that says Webcam Networks, and you will see Viero wireless webcams listed in that resources page on coloradosevereweather.net.
Thank you very much. KD0WPQ will be clear.
Three photos before, after, and sub.
I'm looking at it now. So was that yours during that, or was that a place that you had, and then this happened later on after you had been out of there? Or is this your place when it happened?
Yeah, well, I kept telling everybody we're going to get a large tornado one day, and I'm moving. And I left and went to Phoenix, and then that happened. And boy, my premonition was right.
Oh, yeah. I said, call it a premonition of way in the future, but like I said, we were kind of talking about on that meeting here earlier in the week. It seems like more and more, shifting a little bit east and a little bit south with the tornado activity. So Missouri, Arkansas, further into the deep south, Dixie Alley, all that stuff, it just seems like more and more, especially stronger tornadoes are going that direction with the way things are shifting. So it probably won't be the last one. It won't be Joplin, it'll be other cities, but kind of like, I think it's getting worse compared to it was when I remember it many, many years ago. Again, a little bit, area of interest now located about 8.5 miles northeast of Lyman, maybe closer to 9 miles. Again, kind of goes in and out of strengthening association, kind of falls apart again. I think it's outflow and inflow battling each other to see who's going to be the ultimate winner there. Again, storms are coming in behind the storms that are currently now north of Lyman. However, these storms that are coming in do not pose the same tornadic potential, at least from what I can tell. Certainly going over the same areas as the earlier storms. They're going to be going through some rain-cooled air, so I don't suspect it'll be quite as bad. Again, if there's anybody for anyone north and northeast of Lyman, that area still has a tornado risk for the next probably hour or two. But the storms behind it probably pose mostly a hail risk more than anything else. Storm now north of Lyman, approximately 10 to 12 miles, still showing areas of rotation, but storm traces on the ground are reporting it's still fairly disorganized at this point. But still, tornado warning remains in effect for another 4 minutes. We'll see what NWS does here in about 5 with this warning. K0LWC. A severe thunderstorm warning. It remains in effect until 6 p.m. for south central Los Animas County. At 5:32, a severe thunderstorm was located over Raton Pass, or 9 miles north of Raton, moving northeast of 35. Taking a look at current radar, that storm is right along the Mexico-Colorado border at this time. And to give you a better sense of it, it's located probably about 6 miles southeast of Starkville, moving northeast. So it is now east of Interstate 25. Again, it's now crossed into Colorado, and it will miss Trinidad, and it will miss Starkville just to the south and east. But it has moved into Colorado, and it's currently warned. This is K0LWC.
Hey, Matt, did you get that link to that YouTube video I shot a couple of years ago? I sent it to you and Jack. I'll send it to Saskatoon also, Rich.
Yeah, that's a pretty one. Pretty close, too. So that was a nice one. There's nothing like, it's one thing to get up near any tornado, but then a nice, beautiful one like that, that's an awesome.
Actually, a funny story behind that is I was sitting at the intersection where that tornado crossed right through 3 hours earlier with University of Oklahoma storm chasers from the college. And I said, well, I'm going to head back towards Cheyenne. And then I came back up that road, saw the radar, and indicated, and I'm like, where is it? And I had a Stetson on, so I couldn't see above me. I stuck my head out the window of the truck, and the darn thing was right above my head. So I headed back down 85 towards Cheyenne. And, yeah, it came down. I was like, holy cow, I couldn't believe it was right above me. And you hear my son in the back going, Daddy, I'm scared.
Oh, I can just imagine. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those neat things when, like I said, it just happens out of nowhere. I mean, like I said, you know better than everybody else probably that, you know, when you're out there in the field, storm chasing is about 97% sheer boredom, and lots of gas stations and lots of you know, sitting around empty dirt roads, and then about 3% of sheer excitement and terror once things actually fire off and happen. So I say when it does happen, that's a heck of a time.
Many people who have seen this video made the comment, Daryl, you were so calm, cool, and collect on this. And I said, yeah, I don't get overly excited.
Keeping calm certainly helps. When you, I think all the videos that I have, I don't think they've ever gone too crazy. I got a few of my YouTube repertoire that I should bust out. I'll try to send them over on text. Looking at what's happening to these storms now north of Lyman, there is currently no warning on that, although I wouldn't be surprised to see another severe thunderstorm warning come out in the next 15 to 20 on that. However, there are storms south of Lyman that are warned. Again, the main threat there is going to be some hail, marginally severe at best, I would say. Currently, probably the best storm on radar across the entire state of Colorado. It's probably going to be the storm that is now down south by Trinidad. Nice single cell structure, looks to be mostly a hailer. Again, it's going to be about 6 miles due east of Starkville, Colorado at the present time. Up to 2-inch diameter hail currently indicated on that one. Again, more storms coming into the Lyman area, mostly going to pose probably more than anything a flash flooding risk, and perhaps some pea-sized hail, maybe some dime-sized if you're lucky in the Lyman area to see something like that. This is K0 LWC looking across the rest of the state. Looks to be fairly clear. Again, only those two warnings down by Trinidad and the other one's south alignment, and that is it right now. So I said things may be slowly winding up here, and I said kind of slowly dying out in the next hour or two. This is K0 LWC on the Colorado Severe Weather Watch Net.
And National Weather Service in Cheyenne uses that video now for their training spotter, or for the storm spotters. W3R on the Skyhub link.
Remind me again, because I've been through a few times. That's just north of Cheyenne, right? Because I'm pretty sure I've been through there all the time, because the highway, I believe, cuts right at Ranchettes as you go. If you want to basically carve up the eastern part of the state, like you're headed up to Torrington, I'm pretty sure you turn at Ranchettes, if I'm not mistaken. At least if my memory serves me correctly.
You are very good at location. Yeah, that's Highway 85. It's County Road, I think it was County Road 220, 212, somewhere in that area, and just missed that farmhouse. But the intersection was County Road 220 or 212 where I was sitting at. When I saw it crossing the highway, I was like, my goodness, that's where I was sitting. So being there 3 hours earlier and then that going right through the intersection was kind of impressive. But yeah, you're right. That's the Ranchettes right there.
Did that one hit anything of consequence to get a sense of how strong a tornado that was?
It did not. We kind of gathered from the looks and the amount of dirt that was kicking up. Probably a strong EF0 to a weak EF1. I got it from as it came down to the end of it when it roped out. Short-lived, but the winds were pretty strong. You can hear because I'm in the RFD and you can hear the winds just whipping away.
Yeah, so that's, I've never been that close to one. I can say I've been chased by one, but I was fairly far ahead, and it certainly wasn't that overly impressive. It was mostly just a broad circulation with, it was touching down, it had some spin-ups on the ground, so technically it was a tornado, but, nothing terribly exciting. More I had it coming right at me, and I had to, run out in front of it and drop south to get out of the way, that kind of thing, but nothing like that, at least to that level of being that close. But especially now in that scenario where you were, I'm not sure where you were relative to storm necessarily, but did you get into the hail port, or were you lucky enough to miss it?
Well, if you, as it comes down, you see me taking off. I left that area and headed south because of the hail. I was literally, let's see, that storm, just 85. At the end of the video, you're looking northeast towards Torrington. When I first started filming it, I was facing southwest, so I was in the bear cage. I was literally on the north side of that tornado.
Oh, that is pretty intense and equally awesome that you're able to get it on film. Because I said there'd be plenty of people that'd be like, heck with film, I just got to get the heck out of here. But I suppose at the same time, you really don't have much choice out there. I mean, that's the thing that's so difficult, I think, in Wyoming. I've never chased there. I just think I've had to drive through so many times to go to North Dakota, but it just seems like it's a place where the road network is not the greatest. So depending on where the tornado is, it's going to be kind of dictated by what the road network's like. So, getting up close to it might not be possible unless it gets near a major road, because also, even if you are on a major road, I'm guessing there's probably not a lot of good roads that extend off those highways out to like 85. I'm guessing a lot of them are probably just dirt.
Federal, quite a distance away, but definitely defined. Give me a second here. 730. Cheyenne. That one did quite a bit of damage to some homes, but I think that was an EF1.
Yeah, that's not too far away. I mean, that's the beautiful part about chasing out, that neck of the woods is you can see forever. Yeah, it's just so different, changing even up here in where I'm at in Minnesota, particularly once you get into Wisconsin, it gets even worse. But if you go anywhere to the north, you got to be right up on the thing to even know that it's there. That's what makes it so dangerous. It's kind of like chasing in the deep south in Mississippi. Very similar. Lots of trees, can't see anything. But out there, heck, you can sit 5, 6, 7 miles away and watch a tornado. And that's what my first one near Callahan, east of the Springs, was like when I first moved there. I was probably at least 5 miles away from it, but I could see it, going very near Callahan. But that's the beauty about there is, you don't have to be on top of it. You can even see it from 5, 10 miles away as you're approaching exactly what's going on because, well, you can see forever. That's the thing I'll probably miss the most about being out that way.
Commerce City as I'm coming up 225, and I'm on communications with our assignment desk. But you notice my voice through the whole thing, real calm, cool, collect, no read temper screaming going on.
Really becoming outflow dominant heavy precip as the storm turns into an MCS as it moves across the plains. Currently, the only warnings throughout the state are now down in far, far southern Colorado, just east of Trinidad. So we'll take an update here in the next go around down that way. K0 LWC. The NWS in Pueblo has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for south central Los Animas County and southeast Colorado until 6:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. At 5:51, a severe thunderstorm was located near Trinidad, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. Golf ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds, the primary threats from this storm. And indeed, the storm is located right now, looks to be about 9 miles due east of Trinidad, moving northeast at 35. Again, golf ball size hail is possible with this storm. Pretty small hail core, not overly large, but if you're caught in the hail core, you're certainly going to get probably a few good chunks of hail in there. Again, it is located approximately 9.5 to 10 miles due east of Trinidad, moving northeast at 35 miles an hour. So that does mean it is now east of I-25. However, there are a couple cells that are borne into northern New Mexico that'll be coming across I-25 near the New Mexico-Colorado border in the next 20 to 30 minutes. So I said those storms will be impacting I-25 near the New Mexico-Colorado border. This is K0 LWC on Skyuplink.
And you're on the Rocky Mountain Radio Links K1PUN repeater.
The main thoroughfare through like Cherry Creek area. I was driving home from work in downtown Denver I used to live on the border of Aurora and Denver, kind of out by just south of Stapleton a little ways. And I was driving home and here I see like a little, looks like a little funnel, a little nub hanging down. I was like, oh, wonder what that is. Probably scud. I didn't really pay much attention to it. I knew we were going to get storms that day, but nothing particularly bad. Kept watching it, and was like, well, that's not scud. That's like continuing to condense and come down. And I was like, oh man, I'm literally watching this funnel drop right out of the sky. And what was weird was it was in Aurora, but it was actually moving west-northwest as it rotated around the low pressure of that storm system, so it was going backwards. It came within about 1.5 miles of our condo at the time. On the border of Aurora in Denver, but I just literally was just like going down the road thinking nothing of it, and here I am watching this tornado drop down. So I ran home and had the wife jump into the tub. We didn't have a basement, we were in this condo, lower floor, and I said, well, just get the tub for now, I know it's going to come through. It looked relatively weak, but I was like, well, just get in there with the dog anyways. I, of course, ran outside of the parking lot to watch what was going on, but that's probably my most funny Colorado tornado scenario I can remember.
Sorry, like I have children in the background here. That could have been the same tornado I was at, and I think it was off 8th. It might have been 8th Street, but it was in Aurora, and it did hit a house. It was an EF0, it did some minor damage, but it did take a big tree out. I think that was the day that Dave Frazier and I were bumping heads back together. He wanted me to go to Golden area, and I said, no, I want to go to 6th Avenue and E470, and sure enough, we scored it on air live. If you go to my YouTube page on there, you'll see quite a bit of crazy videos that I've shot. I just sent you one that's on air in 60, 70-mile-an-hour blizzard out there at Highway 93 near Rocky Flats. That was a fun video.
Oh, blizzard ones are always fun. I got a few videos like that myself, just having lived out by DIA for all my years in Denver, having to drive up there on Pena. Talk about a magnet for being shut down as soon as the winter weather rolls in. I've had a few scary close calls trying to navigate off that highway in all my years of living out there. Yeah, I said I can't recall too many times when there was a touchdown like in the city like that. I knew it was relatively weak, but yeah, that was a fun one. Again, it was one of those days where it's like, it's a normal thunderstorm afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon kind of day, and I saw the bases and I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm watching, and then watched this thing drop down, and I was like, it's coming toward me. This is really strange. Because it was further east and it was coming west, and yeah, everything was all discombobulated in my mind as I watched that one rotate back into town. So that was a fun one. But yeah, so it only took me 5 days to find my first one in Colorado. That was the one up at Callahan. Like I said, Colorado is great for having lots of tornadoes. There's not a lot of strong ones as much. They can happen, but they got a lot of EF0 and EF1s. But I said I think it's just that moisture component that sometimes lacks, that we don't get a lot of the stronger ones. But it can happen. I was taking a look at the historical record in preparation for that meeting this past week, and I saw there was an EF3 that went through like Larimer County, like basically the Fort Collins area, and went down toward Greeley, which again, that one must have been pretty wild. I think that was back in the 1970s, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, there was the one in Gilchrist, and it went northwest, and it became an EF3, and went through Windsor, went all the way up almost into Wellington, 35 miles straight ground, killed one person at the campground, the missile site there just west of Greeley, and that was the first tornado ever filmed in high definition. Gary, who's a photographer at Channel 9 News, he was filming it as it went through his location and watched it cross I-25 with baseball-sized hail falling. That was an intense storm, and that was really weird because it was so early in the morning, and it went northwest and almost hit Wellington. I mean, that's quite a distance. I also have some video I wish I could find of the Southland tornado. Once again, that one almost dropped on top of my head. We couldn't see it. It went up and then came down right behind me. My son was like, Dad, the tornado's behind us on the ground. And I said, you're right. And I turned around and followed it as it went further into the county to the east. That was a really intense one. That did quite a bit of damage to that area. It hit the Southlands Mall, hit the movie theater.
That must have been the same one that I saw in that climatology report. I just figured it went from northwest to southeast, but yeah, it sounds like it was kind of like my scenario there in town, where it was going in the opposite direction that you would normally expect, going up to the northwest. It still just messes with me because it really just doesn't happen here in the Midwest. It's just not a normal storm motion that we really get very often, if ever, up this way. I mean, the one thing I know that we get that I think is unique that Colorado does not get as much of is just the fast-moving cold front tornadoes. Typically, Colorado setups are not like that. But that's what makes Colorado setup so awesome is that you don't have to worry about the really fast storm motion. There's nothing better, in my mind, than a summertime thunderstorm across the Front Range when it's the one single cell that's been able to bust a cap and get into some good cape. And it just balloons and blossoms in this major supercell and it's drifting at like 5 miles an hour. And there's nothing else around it, so it's just lighting up like a big light bulb on the Front Range. Those are super cool. Information for southern Colorado. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for another 24 minutes till 6:30 local time for south central Los Angeles County and southeast Colorado. Gulf Coast-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds the main threats with this storm. Currently, the center of that storm is slowly making its way at about 30 to 35 miles per hour off to the northeast. It is currently located about 9.5 miles east-northeast of Trinidad. Again, the overall hail core on this storm is not very large, but if you're in the middle of it, you're certainly going to get some chance of potentially up to the ping-pong ball-sized hail with this storm. Currently showing about 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches in diameter hail with this storm. There is a second set of cells that are coming up towards Starkville and probably just past south of Trinidad. Those are in New Mexico right now, but everything appears that they will make their way up and over into Starkville and Trinidad, following a very similar track to the first storm. So there will be multiple waves of storm going through the Trinidad area here in the next hour or so. And those are the only storms right now on the radar with warnings. Everything else in Colorado, which is mostly centered around the Lyman area, that's all not warned at the present time. It looks very outflow dominant. Just a lot of rain and good light show. But we could see a few more scattered warnings pop up here as there is some rotation being indicated. And on that note, see how it just happened like that? A new tornado warning out now for southwestern Washington County in northeast Colorado until 6:30 p.m. At 6:06, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 6 miles south of Last Chance, or 26 miles north of Lyman, moving north at 40. Again, this is a tornado warning now in effect for southwestern Washington County and northeastern Colorado. Taking a look at radar, that storm has a lot of storm chasers following it, so if anything happens, it will certainly be reported in by the numerous chasers out there, probably a good 40 or 50 that are out there following this storm. Currently, the area of interest with this storm, the rotation we're seeing with it, is presently, looks to be about 27 miles due north of Lyman. So this is over pretty rural parts, of the Front Range. Give you another sense of where it is. This is about 40 miles southwest of Akron at the present time. Again, this is a tornado warning in effect for east central Colorado for another 21 minutes with some radar indicated rotation for southwestern Washington County.
East of Last Chance there, run along, what is that, Highway 36? Out there, quite the open area out there.
Yeah, I'm going to guess more cattle than people out that way. I'm just reviewing some of the content that's come out. Boy, the tornado from earlier near Pumpkin Center, that was a beauty. Wedge, moldy vortex. That's what was getting concerning as it was approaching Lyman, seeing that and looking at the velocity returns on that one. But that was a really, really nice tornado.
Oh, yeah, especially with the wind farms in that area. My lightning detector just went off within 20 miles. Looks like got a cell crossing in from Colorado into Laramie County here. Yeah, just to the west of 25. Nothing big, though. Showing rotation with that area. Oh, it shows rotation because of the wind farm. W3OR.
There is a severe thunderstorm warning cell now crossing over from New Mexico into Colorado. It will be crossing over pretty much right at the border of Colorado and New Mexico, right across I-25 here the next 5 to 10 minutes. Main threat with that storm is 1-inch diameter hail as it crosses over into Colorado. So we'll see if they reissue a warning here as that cell moves out of the current polygon into Colorado. Still, the warned storm off to the east of Trinidad continues to hold its strength. It's currently located approximately 18 miles northeast of Trinidad, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. Again, the primary threat with this is large hail. There was indications earlier of up to 2-inch diameter hail. Latest update here from the NWS in Pueblo. A severe thunderstorm was located about 13 miles northeast of Trinidad, moving northeast at 35. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and $half-size hail. Locations impacted include Tyrone and Model. Again, a tornado watch remains in effect till 8 p.m. local time, K0LWC. K0LWC, this is an update for the ongoing tornado warning in east central Colorado. Tornado warning for Washington County. K0LWC, this is an update for the ongoing tornado warning in east central Colorado. Tornado warning for Washington County until 6:30. The storm in the area of rotation is out near the Linden area at the present time. There has been some reported content on social media showing a really nice wall cloud, a bowl-shaped lowering out in the area, as well as some rapid rotation. So I'm sure that is what's prompted this warning to come up. Again, showing up near the Linden area at the present time. Pretty rural country. As it moves off the north and northeast, generally toward the direction of Fort Morgan and Hill Rose. A very similar track to some earlier storms earlier on in the afternoon. K0LWC, let's go ahead. And break with you, just to pass along some further information about the warning that has still got 4 minutes on it for southern Colorado. Again, 4 more minutes left on the severe thunderstorm warning. That's in effect for the storm that's located about 16 miles northeast of Trinidad and moving off the northeast at 35 miles per hour. Again, this warning is in effect for Los Angeles County for just another few minutes. I fully expect that they're going to reissue a new warning. It looks like the hail core is actually strengthening a little bit as it moves off to the north and northeast. So again, fully expect this warning to be reissued for the next set of counties up to the north. K0LWC.
Matt, just for the record, we just had some pea-sized hail come through Cheyenne right now. It was brief, but we got a little bit here.
See, Mother Nature couldn't leave you out of the action, Daryl.
Yeah, just as I was getting ready to go fire up the grill and cook some dinner. It always happens. Yeah, hey, we need the moisture. It's 73 OR on the sky. WS Boulder on Twitter, they have a tornado video they just posted from Lincoln County deputy just south of Lyman, definitely on the ground here. They're in the area checking for damage.
I was just watching it as you said it. Yeah, that's a nice video right there. The NWS in Pueblo has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southern Otero County, central Los Animas, and southeastern Pueblo County till 7:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. At 6:27, a severe thunderstorm was located near Tyrone, 24 miles northeast of Trinidad, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. The primary hazards include 60 mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar-sized hail. Locations impacted included Model, Delhi, Timbos, Spencer, and Tyrone. Again, there is a tornado watch in effect until 8 p.m. local time. So again, as expected, they did reissue another warning for the storm. Again, it certainly looks like it has a very healthy hail core on it. Doesn't show any signs of slowing down anytime soon. Again, this storm is going to be moving off in the general direction of Rocky Ford and La Junta here over the next probably hour and a half. If it holds together, it could be moving through the Rocky Ford La Junta area. Yes, probably sometime around 7:45 or so, if it holds together. It looks pretty healthy on this. Could be upwards of 1.5 to 1.75 inch in diameter. So the sails behind it have not been issued under a new warning. They are currently crossing I-25 right at the Colorado-New Mexico border, south of Trinidad and Starkville. So those were warned into Mexico, but they have not been warned yet. Once they've moved into Colorado, we'll see what NWS Pueblo does there. Everything back toward Lyman, Hugo, areas up there to the east of Denver Metro. That all looks pretty quiet. Mostly it looks to be heavy rain and maybe some pea-sized hail here and there, but otherwise not much else going on. So the only warnings we have are the ones just to the south and west of La Junta at this time. This is K0LWC on Sky Uplink.
Linking system. Don't forget the digital learning net. Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock with Doug, KE0DC, and Bucky, W0SUN. More details on the skyuplink.com/nets website.
KE0GVY, KE0GVY. Doug, you on frequency K0MC.
Nothing heard. KZOMC on Sky Hub Link.
Mike, you had a quite close call out there. Had a firm tornado touch down south of Lyman. That moved off to the north and east about an hour ago. You doing all right out there? W3ORR.
W3ORR, KZOMC. Yeah, we're doing fine out here. Just sprinkles is all we got. Yeah, I've been monitoring that all afternoon. Got my window open, so I was out working on the tower, and I could hear everything going on. So, yeah, I heard that one and a few others. And two of our club members were on ambulance duty out of Lyman today, so I heard them call in on the Hugo repeater saying they were monitoring weather. So that was good. That's kind of excited me there. But, yeah, we're getting involved out here in East Central Plains. W3ORR, KZOMC. Did I lose you, Daryl?
Yeah, I think I was late at the gate and doubled with you. I was asking if they got a chance to see the tornado on the ground, or were they just in town and missed it?
I don't know. I was just giving them a call and see if they'd seen anything at all. I think they might have been south of. Yeah, I did hear them call in. They were south of Lyman. They were actually south of Hugo, I think. But anyway, down in that area. But I haven't heard hydra hair from either one of them. KZOMC.
Definitely, jacket season up here. Got my window open and it's got really chilly in the last few minutes. Now we're down to 47 degrees here.
KZOMC monitoring.
The front range of the I-25 corridor from the border of Wyoming and Colorado down to the Palmer Divide. The tornado watch has been canceled for Denver and areas from Douglas County north to Weld County. And the tornado watch that was in effect till 8 p.m. has been canceled for much of the I-25 corridor all the way from Castle Rock north all the way up to the Wyoming border. It does remain in effect for the far eastern and southern parts of the state, including the cities of Fort Morgan, Sterling, Akron, Ray, Holyoke, Jonesburg, Burlington, Lyman, as well as Colorado Springs and El Paso County, also still in the tornado watch at the present time. But again, I-25 corridor from Castle Rock all the way up to the Wyoming border. The tornado watch has been canceled. K0LWZ on Skype. With the Colorado Severe Weather Watch net. We are going to take the net from an informal status, which we've been on through much of the day since about lunchtime, and we are going to close down the net for today. It looks like, again, the majority of the activity that remains is going to be across far southern Colorado. Just one cell left with a warning that's going to affect the Fowler and the Rocky Ford and Ordway areas. However, I have a feeling that once it gets a little bit beyond that, it's probably going to start to die out as it reaches some more stable air from earlier thunderstorms and interacts with other outflow boundaries from earlier convection. So, again, there might be another isolated warning or two down near Ordway, La Junta, or to Fowler. Perhaps I said even just a little bit north of that, but I think that's probably going to be the end of our warnings for today. So again, we are taking the Colorado Severe Weather Watch or informal status to closed for today. Thanks to everybody that monitored. And also, I said traffic to a few pieces of information. Really appreciate it. And we will close down. Thanks again. This is K0LWC, Maple Grove, Minnesota, on Skyhub Link via DMR.
Holler at me.
me.